In the demonic world, female demons are extremely rare. Demonesses are creatures of the lowest order, the male half of the dark world do not count with them. But there are exceptions. They are called mothers of demons, who have immense power to influence mortals and immortals. About Lilith, there was already a video, which you can watch on the channel. In this video, let's focus on the Demoness Agrat Mahlat. For the first time about this Demoness became known from the Talmud, and a little later in the Kabbalah she appears as a dancing demon. The long and convoluted history of the origin of the Demoness Agrat goes back to the distant past of Judaism. Ishmael, son of Abraham, lived in the desert. At the time there was a sorcerer, the most powerful of his time. He also trained his daughter in sorcery. Ishmael met the young sorceress Mahlat and married her. When Abraham met his daughter-in-law, the latter saw evil in her and demanded that his son give up his wife. Abandoned pregnant sorceress in the desert gave birth to a girl, Agrat, becoming a powerful demoness. According to one version, Agrat daughter Mahlat gave birth to King David Asmodee, who became the prince of all demons. Subsequently, became one of the wives of Lucifer and the mother of many other demons. Most of the female representatives of the female sex in the dark world are presented as beautiful and naked. Their attractiveness seduces mortals and demons. Unlike Lilith, Agrat seduces mortals only when they misbehave in terms of sexual morality. In many depictions, the Demoness appears as a beautiful woman with horns on her head, almost naked, with some elements of armor on her body. Rides Agrat Mahlat surrounded by an army of many thousands of destroyers demons, on a chariot made of gold. It is believed that the Demoness Agrat constantly competes and feuds with Lilith. The power of the Demoness had no limit, and the power was boundless. Only the sage Hanina ben Dosa was able to subdue her ardor. He threatened Agrat with banishment to a deserted place and limited her influence on mortals only on Saturday and Wednesday nights. So, at that time there were very few people on the streets that the Demoness could harm and inflict disease on. Bazaars were held on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and people tried to get home on Wednesday and Friday before nightfall. The Sabbath was a holy day, Shabbat, and on the night before, people would gather at home and not go out. The only source for its origin is given in the book Kedem Puz, and it states, in ancient times, in Egypt lived one man, a great expert in everything that concerns witchcraft. Once in the desert he came across a cave, and in it there was an ancient book, which contained many witchcraft recipes, and he began to study them, and began to behave according to these recipes, so that he became the greatest sorcerer in the whole world. Even no Egyptian sorcerer could compare with him, and he had a daughter whom he trained in all the sciences of sorcery. When Abraham's son Ishmael began to live in the desert of Paran, his mother found him an Egyptian wife. This Egyptian woman was a sorceress, the daughter of a sorcerer. She seduced Ishmael into all sorts of things and led him astray until Abraham came to visit and persuaded Ishmael to part with her. While pregnant, she went into the wilderness and gave birth to a beautiful woman. There was no beauty like her. And that part of the desert was ruled by a devil named Agrat. He fell in love with her, and from that love a daughter was born, named Agrat in honor of her father. This is Agrat Mahlat, daughter of Ishmael, who travels with a retinue of 180,000 angels of wrath.
Hell hath no fury like a demon scorned.